Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, May 17th, 2018. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here. Hope you've had a great week so far. Welcome back and let's get straight into today's video. If you know me, you know I always start my videos off with a look at the Russell Index. I use the Russell as my simple proxy for the markets overall. As long as the Russell is moving higher, I'm adding new names to my watch list. When it's moving lower, I'm being extra cautious and defensive. And I also like to step back and take a look at things from a bigger picture point of view. So we are looking at the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000, and we're stepping back to take a look at it on the 5-year monthly time frame. Once again, I've taken all my drawings off. The only indicator I have on here is the blue line, which is the 8-day EMA. Here's the candle shaping up so far for the month of May. Again, we are kind of halfway through the month, but so far so good. Having said that though, as I keep saying, we are in that area where price was rejected. This is the January candle, that all-time high. And then the selling came in, we all remember that took us down to this low in February. So just want to be aware of where we are here and where price has been rejected in the past. So being extra cautious. This might just be consolidation and we might be just going higher, but I am being extra careful in this area. I'm going to put my drawings back in. And as I always say, I'm ignoring these lines for now. This is long-term support resistance, the blue line. This is medium, the orange line. I'm really zoning in on this area here and my most important line on the chart, which is this black diagonal line. It held price in through all of 2017. In this kind of wedge pattern, and then price broke through my black diagonal line and managed to stay up and over it on the monthly orientation until February of this year, where it broke below. And as you can see, February, March, April has not been able to close above my black diagonal line. So just for a sec, I'm going to remove my drawings again. I really think it's important to keep these things in the back of your mind. So I'm going to change it to a weekly because what I want you to see, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. 1, 2, 3. Third time that we've been up at this level. Can we get up and over? Now again, these are the weekly candles. We will see. We'll let the market tell us. I don't know. Nobody knows. But third time's the charm, if you ask me. I think it's going to decide pretty soon whether it's going higher or lower. And to me, in the way I look at things, if we start going lower, I think it could be an abrupt lower. So with that, you just want to be really watching your stops and controlling your risk. So with price on the Russell, move up and over. Let me change it to the 2-year weekly. So as we can see, with the blue line as our guide, which I use, price is up and over the blue 8-day EMA on the weekly chart, as well as, let's switch it over to the daily chart. So I will be adding a new name to my watch list, but having said that, I'm just going to be really watching carefully in this area. And that chart that I'm going to add to my watch list this morning is Abraxas Petroleum Corporation, ticker symbol AXAS. It trades on the NASDAQ exchange. Before I get into the chart, let me tell you a little bit more about the company. If you know me, I am all about the scores underneath the charts that I choose, and I circle value and growth first and foremost. And AXAS has a really nice high value score. Really nice high value score. It's got a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 35%, a current PE of 10.59, and it does not pay a dividend. Usually I like to see a dividend payer, but I love the chart, I love the value, I love every other score about this chart, so it's my pick of the day. So let's get back to the chart. We're looking at the 2-year weekly. As you can see on the 2-year weekly, uptrending at an area of prior resistance here, but it looks to me like it wants to break out. So it's all about a strong market environment. So should the current market environment stay strong, this one looks really good to me. So we're looking at the weekly. I'm going to put an area of support in here. Whoopsie-daisy, there's my other line. So that's the weekly look. Let's just get into this area here. Looking at the 6-month. So it looks like it wants to move away from this area and make new all-time highs. You can see the volume starting to pick up as it moves up and over my orange line of support, and it's consolidating here. For me, it's all about price being up and over the blue 8-day EMA. I use a 3 and an 8 cross. So I'm just going to zoom in here so you can see what I mean. It's already got that cross sort of emerging. So for me, it's a breakout of this area here and a move higher. I will be looking for that in the days ahead. Along with my new watch list pick, I also want to take a look at the sector that it's in, and because it's a petroleum exploration company, I am looking at XLE, which is the ETF for the energy sector. Like Abraxas, you can see on the 2-year weekly chart, it's in an uptrend and still continuing to show that strength. It's looking a little extended here to me, but we'll see. I'm going to let the chart decide. Can we get up and over this prior area of resistance and keep going? We'll see. But with those scores and the look of that chart, it seems like a good candidate to me. Along with that, I like to look at seasonality for my new watch list pick, and I go to equityclock.com for that. Excellent, excellent site. Can't say enough about it. Here is the seasonal chart for Abraxas, and as you can see, it sort of ticks down a little bit for the next couple of months and then has this beautiful lift. No guarantee this happens this year, but always good to know. And for me, the chart will always override this seasonality. So it looks to me like a continued strong market environment, like Abraxas might start to tick higher a little sooner than this, but we will see. I also noted that there was some insider buying. I wanted to see if insiders were buying their stock at this level, and not a ton, but yeah, that's still a lot of money for most people. So you can see that the CEO was buying CFO, VP all recently. So that's always good to know as well. And so to quickly summarize, let's go back and check the boxes for AXAS. I started today's video with a look at the Russell Index, and we note that overall, the Russell is showing strength with price up and over the 8-day EMA on the daily and weekly chart. Having said that, we looked at the area that the IWM is in, and over the past several months it's been rejected here, so we want to be extra careful. We looked at the sector that AXAS is in. XLE is in an uptrend on the 2-year chart and continuing to show strength. AXAS is in an uptrend on the 2-year chart and at an area of possible price strength continuation. Emphasis on possible, we'll see. It's got a great value score, an excellent growth score with a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 35%. Does not pay a dividend, so that's not checked. It does not, well, it's got an emerging 3 and 8 EMA cross, which I look for. So that's not checked. Seasonality, I'm going to let you check that box if you'd like. For me, it's okay. I would be checking it, but I'll leave that up to you. It's got recent insider buying, and I couldn't find any analyst support on it, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. It's got a current PE of 10.59, and it looks as though earnings may be on August 14th. Thank you for watching today's video, and I wanted to make a small correction to my Tuesday video on CZZ. I mentioned that it was a ZAX #1 strong buy. It's actually a ZAX #4, so it doesn't have that strong buy from ZAX. So I'm going to go back and just correct the text on that. So I wanted you to know that. Also, a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday.